Yeah, Walk One, Grand Rising. Today I'm revealing and speaking my truth, and I'm speaking on behalf today of my brother. Part of what I'm going to say is on behalf of my brother because he spoke even from the other side. And Saturn, the crown mother, she says, speak. Like I said, we're in the age of Aquarius ruled by Saturn. It's where the truth will be more disturbing than the lie, and Saturn exposes deep dark secrets. She exposes, she brings justice to the oppressed. She brings karma. She also rewards, and she brings justice to the oppressed. And she also brings judgment. Right? Now, you, Christopher Brown, Spanish teacher at Kingston College, elder at Greenwich Town Seventh-day Adventist Church. You sexually molested my brother when he was a child. My brother attended Kingston College. And when you molested and you were friends with my brother, you befriended my brother and sexually molested my brother when he attended Kingston College. And you, my brother, first of all, my brother was a very bright child. My brother was very good at Spanish. My brother was so good at Spanish that they nicknamed him Cuban because he spoke Spanish very well. My brother was very good at computer. They had a program those days where they had a program at UE in computer technology, and he went there. And he was like about 12 years old, so you must know he was very bright. And when he came back, he's the one that come back into the family and teach everybody how to use a computer and everything. He was super bright. He's a year older than me. We have the same mother and father, right? And he played the piano. He could play the piano very well as well. And he could sing. He could sing very well. He was one of them kids that in a church where can sing, and he was one of the popular child at church. He was a popular kid, and he's very friendly and so forth. He could sing and play the piano, and he was a bright guy. He was a bright kid. He was bright. He attended Kingston College. Unfortunately, while at Kingston College, when soon as Christopher Brown molested my brother began to act up and became this rude child and didn't want to go to school, and he became a deviant child, and he was eventually kicked out of KC, and my mother got him into Tivoli Gardens High School. Whilst at Tivoli Gardens High School, he started performing very well again, and he passed all his subjects at Tivoli Gardens High School. And not only did he pass all his subjects, he became the first child at Tivoli Gardens High School to pass Spanish with distinction. Not just he pass Spanish with distinction, he was the top scorer for the whole island that year in CXC Spanish. He was one of those kids that they call super bright. But because Christopher Brown molested my brother, he began to underperform at school and become a rude child and deviant child. And he didn't speak about it to anybody. But guess who my brother told? Me. Me. I was my brother's best friend. And he told me everything. He told me everything. And you, Christopher Brown, sacrificed my brother because he kept reminding you of it. Because he wouldn't stop coming over the church to tell you what he did to you and remind you of what you did to him. He came there the Saturday before he died, because he died on a Sunday, the peace day. He was the first person to die in Jamaica on the peace day, which was a Sunday. Right? Yep. And when you sacrifice him, God to send out the energy for kill him. And he died in Greenwich Town. He was gunned down, and he was a bad man or anything, but he was gunned down. But you know what? All who had a hand in it, they are now on the other side. And you, Christopher Brown, you, my brother, is still speaking from the other side. And he told me, when I went to the altar today to speak to him, to my altar, that I spoke to my ancestors at, he said to tell my truth and let my truth come out so others will know. Because he said, even from the other side, he wants justice. And the other kids that you sexually molest, they will be set free as well. You, Christopher Brown, is a child molester. You're a pedophile. You're an evil piece of shit. You go around and sexually molest boys. I've seen you many a times carry the KC boys them over the Kingston College. From over Kingston College. Over here in the Greenwich Town Church during the week. You want them locked up in the church doing what? I don't know. I've seen you go to the back room by the children part down there and have boys locked up in there in night. I've seen you. You are very evil and you prey on little boys. My brother, even when he went to England and pursue higher education, it coming like it, my brother could come out, he could get past what he went through. And my brother eventually became mentally unwell. Mentally unwell. And so when you see your children acting up at school, or you see them becoming mentally unwell, this is what is happening to them. These people have your children from them pitney, have them and call them auntie and uncle, befriend your kids them. Mr. this and Mrs. that, have your children into this submissiveness. That's why I'm not for children calling people auntie or uncle. I don't care if them related to them, yes or no. And into this submissiveness. That's what this whole school system have the children into, this submissiveness. Be obedient to me. I command you to be obedient to me. You don't earn the child respect, Or even if they do it with hidden intentions. And you go around and you molest children and harm them. Prey on their innocence. Prey on them predators. No wonder the church is always praying, because they're really predators for true. And this is why your politicians, they love to take set up on the university then, because this is how they bring in your children into these organizations, these evil secret society organizations. You understand, the ISCF and the Key Club. This is how they recruit your children into these clubs that they have at the school, and the Key Club especially, the ISCF. And these clubs that them have your children into. If you notice, the gay agenda is being pushed primarily into the institutions, especially the university. And those are the people who are supposed to be the future leader of the country. And if they are like that, just imagine what kind of leaders we're going to have coming out into society. because they are forcing the gay agenda, and they are doing it from these institutions.